Anyway, guys, I'm Ecdysis, if you guys are new here, but this is Remothered Tormented Fathers. It is the first game in a trilogy of horror games that came out recently and it's inspired off the Clock Tower series. Before we begin the new run, we need to start a new game. We get our little menu here, and the run officially starts once I hit press the mouse button to continue. I run the game on keyboard and mouse. You could do it on a controller, but it varies per person. I find a lot of the buttons are nice on keyboard and mouse. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, let's go. There's a lot of cutscenes in the game. You skip them using the right mouse button. Jesus Christ, that was real weird. And you hit the intro. And for you lore fans, here, Remothered is a game where you're playing as Rosemary Reed, who looks like Jodie Foster. You were trying to find a little girl named Celeste, and you don't know where she went. You are trying to uncover the case, and while that happens, things are going to be trying to kill you in the mansion. Now, the game is heavily inspired off the Clock Tower series of games. Especially, this game actually started as a direct remake of Clock Tower The First Fear, which, if you guys know anything about my stream or my videos or anything like that, it is very much one of my favorite games and my favorite speedruns of all time. So you kind of notice I splits underneath me. Most of them will be rather straightforward. And the first 5 minutes are about roughly an auto-scroller of this game. You kind of get introduced to the mechanics of running and all that, which before we begin, I want to alert a few things here. One, yes, she runs in heels. Yes, her dress is not ripped. Yes, she's running with a purse. There's many things wrong with the whole strategy of running. Let's get those out of the way now, because I know for a fact people will complain about that. They always do. Just accept it as the reality of the game. Her feet are so used to the heels, she needs them. However, I do give credit that the ripped skirt should not be a thing. Anyway, now we're entering the house for the first time, and everything starts all cordial. Nothing too crazy, so it is going to be an auto-scroller. And you're going to introduce all the major players of the game. This is Gloria. You have dialogue. It's about smoking.
Bad habit. Smoking?
There you go.
Yes. Such a shame.
There's going to be a lot of deep dialogue with this, but for right now, we're meeting with Felton. Have a good night, Biscuit. Always good to have you, and I hope you have a great rest of your night as well. Sleep well, alright?
Money and time.
This part is mostly straightforward. There's nothing too crazy here. You just chill.
Do you assist Mr. Felton all day?
So it's usually a good time to get water. This was a marathon. You do donations here. There is stories. So Gloria here is the caretaker of Dr. Felton, Dr. Richard Felton, who is the owner of this house. You'll learn more of the story as we go, but for right now you have this. So there are many major glitches in the run, or is it straight quick playthrough? A little bit of A, a little bit of B, Chronos. There's no major glitches that will skip entire chapters, but there are some minor ones that really add to the run, which I'll go more over once we hit them. They happen in the early game, and then there's a few in the mid-game and late game. They're really fun if you can land them, but they're rather difficult. I'll make sure I go over them, though, and even if I miss it, I'll try my best to explain it. I'll be doing this run as a one and done, so if I miss something, I'll try my best to explain what I missed. Right now, you just have to walk. It's a forced walking section, so you cannot sprint like we were doing earlier. It's kind of like a mini escort quest. And now we're in Felton's office. This is where the game really begins. In order to get the trigger to actually spawn, you need to look in his desk. That's all you have to do. There is a paper in here. If you look at this paper and put it down, you begin the cutscene and you get kicked out of the house. You know, like a normal person would if you're snooping through someone's stuff. However, we're going to be rather sneaky. We're going to be sneaking back into the house, and this is where the run officially begins. You get prompts. There used to be a tutorial here, but there no longer is, so it's nice. Now, running in the house, there's not going to be any enemies until after the first room, but we're going to be dealing with the major enemy of the game, Mr. Felton. Felton's not a very big fan that we snuck into his house, and we'll learn about that very soon. He has some mean remarks for us, as we'll see. And you are correct about that one. Felton is indeed dummy thick. I grab a snow globe because projectile weapons are really good. The snow globe in particular is a weird one because I find it's one of the worst weapons in the game, but it's still nice to have just in case. We go to the cutscene, and we're going to have a little hiding section. It teaches the mechanic of the game that if there's enemies, you want to hide from them, and that's how you normally escape them. You'll kind of see it in action here. However, we don't really care about that because this is going to be a speedrun. But you can look at the introduction. This is Felton's wife. And Felton should be entering the room right about now. He heard us bump into the record during that cutscene, so he's coming in here to investigate the noise.
What happened, my dear? The record player?
There he is. So Mr. Felton is a naked old man with a sickle. He's not entirely naked. He's kind of doing the thing that, you know, back in like, what, the 90s, 80s, you had the hot chicks wearing the aprons and they're naked underneath them. Felton's doing the same thing, but the difference is he's very old. So you're going to see old man booty. And if that's your style, good for you. If you don't like old man booty, don't worry. We try to avoid it for the most part of the speedrun, so it's pretty tame. Felton's leaving the room right now, and I actually want to look left as soon as possible. By looking left, I can manipulate the doors coming up, so I need to make sure I'm doing that. There we go. Let's see if I got it. Both of them are open. That's okay. I do need to be careful, though. We get our first item, which is going to be a key. And then we need to go get a few other items. This is going to be really good or really bad. Audio is important here. We'll see how Felton's behaving. If Felton doesn't spawn, that's cool. You can normally tell by the music. So waiting a little bit, I'm going to juke Felton and I want him behind me. Normally you want to shove him out of the way. I lose a little bit of time there because of that, but it's not going to be the end of the world. I'm going to be gathering a few more weapons as I go. One for safety, one just for throwing. Throwable weapons are good because they'll stun Felton, while weapons, actually melee weapons like that, they're only good if you get caught, which it's a backup strategy that you want to have just in case. Anyway, we unlock the door, and what I'm going to do is run away from it and run back into it. Hey, Distortion with the raid again. We're gonna have a big chat right now. Thank you so much, Distortion. Welcome, everyone. I'm doing a Remothered speedrun. I'm doing rather informative. Make yourselves at home really quick while I explain this. So grab the plunger. We're about to grab a glass, and then we're grabbing another item up here. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Alan Wake. Dude, I love Alan Wake. Very good game. And now I have the plunger. This is Remothered, the speedrun. It's a pretty fun run that has developed, and it's rather nice. Right now, I'm going to do a glitch in this game by utilizing the handle I grabbed. I am going to let Felton hit me, and then while that happens, I'm going to run away and also put the handle on that. Thanks so much for the follows that may be coming in. I really appreciate that. I know there's going to be a decent chunk of them, but welcome, everyone. I do, actually. I really did. That is exactly where my name comes from. Anyway, that was a good first glitch. We're about to get another one. Felton's going to slap me, and I'm going to start running away.
Where do you think you're going?
As well, since I don't have the door open, I'm going to have to distract Felton. So by going this way, he's going to chase me this way and get into the next room. Also, everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm Ecdysis. I do a lot of horror games and horror game speedruns. Right now, the run's going pretty damn well. Distortion, how did the stream go? I know you're doing, I want to say, Sekiro and then Alan Wake. I popped in a little bit for Alan Wake. Anyway, we hit a little cutscene here, a little quick time event. You have to shoo the moths away, and then we're going to be grabbing the film. Here we go. The film is a required item for the final section of this, but we're doing pretty good. Let's see how Felton's doing. Felton did not follow me, so I want him to chase me. I've been stunning Felton all day, so by dragging him in here, that's going to be good. Stream 12 hours, you're exhausted. Alright, sounds good, man. Have a good one. Thank you so much for the raid. I'll make sure we take care of everybody. And thank you again so much. I really appreciate that. It's a fun game. It is a really interesting game that's developed in the past year. There's a lot of routing that came into this. It's an Italian horror game that's based off the old clock tower style of gaming. Anyway, having that routing, I can then get the steel rope, which is going to be a required item. That is going to be good for me later. I wait for Felton to chase me so I can juke him around the table. Kind of like Dead by Daylight. And with the strategy there, I can then go up to the bathtub and use the plunger. A lot of my movements can be getting Felton to not follow me. And thank you so much for everyone who's following. I'm trying to do a marathon-esque commentary, but that noise has been going off quite a lot. So I do hope you enjoy it so far. And welcome everyone. Mono, Hollow Fires, Distortion. Hope you're all having a great day. And I do thank you again for the host massively. So right now that I got everything, I got the plunger earlier, and I need to get something else ready, which is going to be the bathroom. There's going to be a key that drops down, but you need to plunge the toilet. It's a required thing you need to do in order to get to the rest of it, as we'll see. Doors in this game are really specific as weird. So they're going to close and I slam into them like that, and I use energy and exhaustion. That's pretty good on time save. Subtitles don't matter, that's correct. Yeah, I hope Alan Wake went well, Distortion. Thank you so much for the host once again, I really appreciate that. We drop down the great key, and that's going to help us for later with the clock. Yeah, we're going to be doing good right now. It's going to be a good run. We drop that down, and now I want to open this door. Ramming into this door will throw me back in the bathroom for some reason. But now I need Felton to follow me in a specific area. Having him here means I can shove him out of the way. Having him shoved out of the way means I can just run past him and he gets stunned for a brief moment of time. Since that's occurring, I can then go downstairs and grab the steel rope setup. I need that because that's going to bring the power down later, and I'm also going to use the cup I grabbed earlier to knock him down. Everything I'm doing is very precise because if Felton's looking at me, I cannot activate many things in this game. Hey, Applebee Patios, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, and welcome everyone as well. I think I mentioned it a little bit briefly as you guys joined, but in case if anyone missed it, I'm McDices. I do exclusively horror games and horror game speedruns. I'm a very big fan of the genre. It's very fun for me. And that is a very cute emote. So now that I attached the steel rope to the grate, when I power it on, it will try opening it. There'll be a minor thing that comes up. I'm glad to hear you enjoy horror games. I'm gonna grab this vase, and now I'm gonna be aiming at Felton. He's gonna attack me. I wait for a little bit. Not the end of the world. I can throw something else at him. The snow globe is one of the worst weapons in the game, and I kind of messed up there, but it's not the end of the world. I should still be able to escape him. When does he breathe? Good question. You must understand a few things. One, actually canonically within the game, he's on a drug that powers him up, but also he's naked, which gives him more stamina, and he's also old, which gives him determination. It's a big variety of factors. Just let Felton mess with you. Just to push him? Really? I thought you were supposed to throw an item at him. Well, you got me there. Anyway, we're gonna turn on the power, and this is gonna reset Felton. There we go. Ah, gotcha. Glad I remember. I have, actually. So if you guys want to see a big list of the runs I do, if you hit exclamation mark speedrun, you'll see a lot of the games I've done so far. There we go. I heal myself because I don't trust my luck. I'm gonna run in the dark because Felton can't see. He's old and therefore blind. Meaning, if I run past him, I'll be in good shape. Let's see how this goes. I don't want to alert him because sound is the way to alert him. Alright, he did not find me. We're good. We're very good right now. This should be perfect. And I might even be saving some time right now. How's it going, by the way, Joe? Hope you're having a good day. I need to power back on the generator, which comes right here. There we go. And the generator is now back on. It is very dark because the power went off. I want Felton to find me so I can either throw a weapon at him or not. Either way, we should be cool. If he doesn't find me, that's good luck. If he does find me, I'll throw something at him. There he is. And toss. So I threw an entire vase at him. If you've ever had a vase thrown at you, it hurts. So that's why Felton is currently in pain. I'm glad to hear. A lot of my explanations, Wildhammer, are that I want people to understand what's happening even if you never played the game before. Right now we're grabbing the Great Key, which is going to let me do the next puzzle. And as well, I'm going to take the other throwable item I have and throw it at Felton when he enters the room. There's also one right here that I want to grab. Let's go. By waiting a little bit as well, I'm able to run past Felton. If you don't wait there, Felton will actually body block you, which is unfortunate. You do not want that. How's it going, Petriform? Congratulations on that clock tower, by the way. I haven't been able to watch it, but I did notice it. I have a backup weapon, and I also have a cup. The cup's gonna be nicer later. If I'm quick, I should be able to get the clock done in one go. If not, there is a backup strat. Anyway, what I do there is I open it. I'm going to use that key I picked up, which is right here. And then I want to get the battery. Exactly, Eldritch. You understand. That is also accurate. You can do that for many games. I begin the panic event. There's the panic event. Yeah, Chovy. Although it's a PC version, which just has faster loads and nobody else runs it. But now I got the battery, which is rather good. And now I can run past Felton.
You weren't invited.
So now we're going to be hitting the projector, which I will throw a cup at Felton soon enough. I want to make sure I have him outran. I do not want him catching up to me. So I'll turn around once I'm on the top floor, and we should be good. In fact, right here should do it.
This is not.
I throw the base at Felton. I should not need another one, so I'll be cool. I can actually grab the one right here, and I think about it.
Inside people's house.
But we have to be very careful. And yeah, Hax, you got a nice host and distortion, and I really do appreciate that. It's really nice. And thank you everyone who's following again. We're entering the final room for the Felton area, and this room is going to require me to do a few tricks here. Definitely, Joe. So first off, I'm going to be pulling down the projector because we need to activate and play the film in order to beat the Felton level. There are multiple bosses that chase you, and Felton is the first of few. Here's the film. I want to get the next one out. Here's the battery. And then what I'm going to do after this is run over here. He's chasing me. I'm going to run around this table. Hey, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate that. And then I'll throw this at him. Now that I've exhausted all my vases, Felton will leave me alone, and I can do this. And that was the projector section. How long is this going to take me casually? A lot longer than I want to admit. It took me a few hours. This is my favorite part of the game, by the way. A naked old man praying to a red nun holding a goat while I am mounted on a wall. Also, the music's just... It's an auto-scroller cutscene, so you just have to push the button enough times and you're good. It's rather easy. Right now is going to be one of the most important... I have not played Welcome to the Game 2. It is on my list of games to do at some point, but I'll have to see. Right now we're hitting the most important glitch of the entire game, which is going to be the Red Nun skip. We introduced the new enemy named the Red Nun, and she is very dangerous. However, I can actually avoid her by doing this. Let's see if I get it.
Give me another chance.
I did not get the Red Nun glitch, that's fine. Here's what we'll do. I will grab a vase. Right here, and we'll go around. It's minor time loss, but we cool. You want to lose the Red Nun, because if she finds you, then you can't do what I'm trying to do here. I didn't have a throwable weapon, unfortunately, so I cannot do the faster strategy of this, but it's not the end of the world. There's two ways of skipping the Red Nun. I saved the game. Oh, we actually did it. I don't have to load back in. We're good. Oh, alright, we're good. I didn't know you could just run around like that. Either way, I saved it just in case. It's nice to have the save. And now we can run back and we'll be good. I am a bit worried, though. Right now, we're going to get this. Hey, thanks for the follow. So, the way the Red Nun glitch works is if you move Felton into that hallway, you'll straight up just skip the Red Nun, like, body block the Red Nun, which will allow you to escape the Red Nun, which is how you do the glitch. Also, while this is happening, I can actually run straight down by just holding down. It's pretty cool. Greetings, and welcome to the stream. By the way, anyone who may have joined, once again, I'm McDice, do a lot of horror games and horror game speedruns. If that's your thing, you're enjoying the commentary so far, or you just like spooky stuff, you're definitely in the right spot. Anyway, the dead body that we saw earlier is now gone. This is a story trigger that you need to activate, and as well, you get a note kind of telling you about your cryptic past. So the Red Nun is a part of a society called the Red Nun Society. The Red Nun's gonna be the primary enemy for the rest of the game, and they are rather deadly, so you do need to be careful. As well, I need to grab an umbrella, because it's gonna help me later. There we go. That on, and then I can run straight forward and up. And then we grab the umbrella, and that's good. The umbrella is going to be used for the attic. Now, the thing about the Red Nun is she works differently from Felton, that the Red Nun works on a tracking system. So, if I'm running at all, she will follow me. She'll follow a, like, mysterious scent that is invisible to us, but visible to her. Now, the problem with that is, if I ran straight over to the attic door, she'll find me. But if I go this way, in theory, I should be able to get straight to the attic, and she won't discover me. It's not always foolproof, but it normally works. There we go. Oh, the Red Nun's right there. I'm a bit worried. She is really close to me. I do need to be careful. This could potentially fail, but we'll see. Alright, we're good. We're good. But yes, if I ran straight to the attic, the Red Nun would have began a chase, which would lose me a lot of time. But since I didn't have to worry about that, I ended up saving time. Going around that bend is required, or else you die. I should PB this, provided I don't die, by the way, if anyone's curious. So my PB is going to have a lot of Clock Tower followers and the big raid from Distortion. It's weird because Distortion hosted me another time recently, and I also PB'd in that run. I'm realizing if Distortion raids me, I just get PBs. I think it's a very lucky thing for me. Thank you for the follows, everyone, by the way. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so we get a jump scare. This is another enemy in the game named Jennifer. We're going to ignore her, though, and just leave the attic. Ooh. Alright, that's the attic. They're out. And now we're going to be getting another battery. We're getting remote batteries. These are a bit different. And this section is one of the riskiest in the game. So she's watching TV, and I want to steal the batteries from her remote, because she's a loser. However, I need to actually recover health. I have time. You do get chased constantly, Jovi. Getting my health back, though, gives me enough time to actually let her put down the remote, which is ideal and perfect. Also, I can grab a snow globe, and then I grab the battery. Having throwables is going to be good. She's going to scream, which is required. And now I have two people chasing me because the Red Nun's about to show up once again. She should be right about here. There's the Red Nun. And the strategy is going to be to shove her yet again. Am I on the ground? I am. Alright, we're good. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. And we're going to be making our way down back to the basement. There's an item down there that I did not grab last time. I should be able to do this if I move correctly. If I don't move correctly, I lose a bit of time, but we'll see how well I move. Pretty much, brub. If you have a decent amount of stamina, you're able to shove most enemies in this game, the Red Nun included. Felton, the Red Nun, all enemies can be shoved. It is some are much riskier than others. A lot of the enemies, as you progress through the game, will upgrade their weaponry. And a few of them that you'll see is the sickle, the bone knife, and then later we'll have a nail gun, but we're going to be skipping that boss entirely. And that's a good time save, by the way. I pretty much scolded. And Jewel is correct as well. There are 2 people in the house. How's it going, Hall of Files? Welcome. Now, the cool thing about this is now that I grab the oil, the room's actually going to reset. So the Red Nun actually won't go for me. She's going to entirely ignore me, and that'll be good. Here we go. Hey, thanks for the follow. I pick up the oil can, it resets everyone's positions, mine, the Red Nun's, and everybody's. And I save a lot of time off this. Thank you. Here we go. She spawns right here. I do not have the stamina to deal with her, that's fine. As long as I don't get hit twice, we should be good. And what backup strategy is actually to run all the way down and then throw the base at her. I want to avoid the vent, because there is a vent. And then right when we hit right here, I'll throw the base at her and she'll be stunned, which is ideal. Then we can go in the back of the fireplace, which will save me time. It's weird because you're not safe after the first one, you need the second one. And she does have a funky hat, that's correct, bro. It's weird because if the Red Nun sees you try going back here, you will not be allowed to do anything. I had to throw that or else the Red Nun would find me. So now that I'm back in, that is good. We're safe for a good chunk of time right now. Celeste room's a mini boss fight, but I'm going to be skipping the boss fight. So I have weapons, and these weapons are going to be used during the boss fight, and the boss is actually just several mirrors. It's weird because most bosses in video games are like, hey, you have to kill something, you have to do something, and this, you break mirrors, and that's the boss fight. And it's a really interesting boss fight in my opinion. Like, there's 2 ways of doing it, by the way, and if you know how to beat the boss early, you don't have to worry about dying. You can actually die in the next room. However, if you do it early before the boss begins, you straight up skip the entire boss. So you need to first off interact with the cart before putting the oil on it, because you don't know it has squeaky wheels. But now that I fixed it, I can push the cart, and I break down the wall using the statue right here. You investigate, and then you break it, and then you're good to go. And now we're in Celeste's room. Celeste is Felton's daughter, who we mentioned earlier, and with this room, you want to do 2 things. 1, you charge into the bathroom. This will start the recording. Then you leave, and now I'm going to break every mirror in the room. If any of these mirrors are up, I lose a lot of time. Let's see if I get the Hail Mary. I did. That was really good. Getting that shot means I'm closer to the bricks, and I want to be using a lot of bricks here. Anyway, I missed that one. That's fine. 2, 3. A good way of aiming is you want to aim slightly higher than you would think. 1, 2, 3. That should be the last few, and then I can just get closer. 1, 2. The boss fight's now done that I got the moths out. Overall, not too bad. If I did not do that earlier, I would get hallucinations fighting me. Once you answer the radio. Oh, don't close it. It's sound loss. That's fine. Alright, gotta wait. There we go. And that's the discovery of the radio. You're supposed to hear this mysterious radio as you search the room. But we got that right there. That's not going to be too bad. It's very minor time loss. This is absolutely going to PB very nicely as long as I keep it up. There's a lot of time save. Yes, if you do not do this casually, not the Red Nun, but you'll get hallucinations which will try to kill you. And I think they actually can kill you. You also see I'm trapped in the room by moths, and now we have the answer to escape the room. And now we're hitting the RNG section of the game, the sewers. So the sewers you can get anywhere from, I want to say, like, oh, this is bad. Let's see. Alright, first one's lucky. So she'd be stabbing down, and if I get quick time events, I lose time. If I don't, I save time. It's always random, and you get anywhere from, I want to say, that... Oh. Woohoo, wait. This is extremely good. I'm probably gonna get one right now. This is very good RNG. There's always 4 foursomes at the end. Let's see. 2. I can die at any point, by the way, and you go back to the start of the sewers if you die. I'm probably getting 3? Yeah, 3. So 3 is really good. That is extremely good. I got 3. We get a little bit of a break in between this, and now you get a forced one that has 4. And this was very, very good. Like, this is just going to add more to the PvE, and it might even net me 2nd place because of that. That was really good. The last hall here has 4 mandatory ones. It's always random if it's right or left, so you better be careful. I'm not too sure, actually. I want to say 2 or 3 is the best you can get normally. One of the best. Gotcha. There's always 4 here, by the way. So I'm going to have 1 more after this, and we should be good. Good dodges. And perfect. Alright. We're not going to die, and we'll be saving a lot of time. So, next we'll be entering the next area of the game, the next boss, which is the wine cellar. We get introduced to a new enemy. Well, not really a new enemy, but Jennifer from earlier, the chick with the batteries, is going to come back to us. Very good time save, by the way. And I'm going to do a little bit of manipulation, AI manipulation. That's going to be nice. When I come back to Nightcry, well, there's voting for it. Probably not anytime soon. Remothered's more fun. She does Hall of Fires. So, in order to manipulate Jennifer, I'm going to throw a brick down this hallway. And now she won't attack me at all while I'm down here. Normally, what you're supposed to do is hide from Jennifer while you're down here. However, since I threw that brick, she'll never find me. So I have free reign to run this entire area. Now, the goal of the basement, the wine cellar, is you need to turn 3 valves. I can now turn the valves all nice and safe. It's very nice. I want to say Joe actually found this glitch. There you go. And this is definitely a glitch, and it saves you a lot of time. If you don't have the glitch, you end up having to throw bricks at Jennifer, and she is very deadly because she has a nail gun. She is one of the deadliest enemies in the game because she is the first experience of one-shots. And most enemies you can fight back, but this is a boss that can straight up one-shot you if you're not careful. However, since I did the manipulation, I'm going to do one skip, which is skipping Jennifer entirely. However, I'll do another skip, which is, I want to believe, found by Juhorse in chat, and this skip is going to save me a lot of time. So the next room is risky, and normally you're supposed to hide, and then you end up getting a key. However, if you do it really quickly, you can skip the entire hiding section and immediately get the key. There are 2 things to do in the next room, which is going to be move a barricade and grab a key. So there's a barricade right here, but I'm going to move this one first. By moving this one first, I can save a lot of time. Celeste is going to hit, or Jennifer's going to hit the door right when I cover it on the next area. Right here, I do this, and now the door is immediately going to be hit, which saves me time. The key will fall right when it finishes. There you go. If I'm 1 second off on that, by the way, you die. It's an immediate death if you choke here. She will kill you if she enters this room. It is guaranteed. It is one of the hardest rooms in the game if you're not careful, but once you learn the trick, it's pretty easy. I slammed the door, and that was a good time save. I'd believe it, Joe. I would believe that. Now we're going to be doing another Red Nun section. I have items. What I'm going to want to do, actually, is just run here. The Red Nun's right here. Run all the way back here. And we're going to lob a brick at her because it's funny. She juked me. Oh, that's fine.
Come to me and to my little trapped moth.
How about wine bottle? Alright, wine bottle worked. Hey, Samus, how's it going? Good to see you. Alright, we're in the elevator. We're good. How come no split for the Celeste room thing? Oh, I didn't have one earlier. It's a good question. And sometimes the enemies will just bounce bricks off of them. They're rather tough. I'm glad to hear Hall of Fires. There we go. So it's a 2-part here. You push the elevator button, you realize it's not going down, and then you open the gate so it emergency stops. The problem is if the gate goes all the way down, if the elevator goes all the way down, you'll die because the Red Nun's waiting for you at the bottom. Right now we're hitting one of the toughest sections in the entire game. The Red Nun are, I guess, the Infirmary. So the Infirmary is where most runs will die. This is by far one of the most difficult sections in this game, for many reasons. So, as you noticed in the last section, I had a pretty bad luck hitting the Red Nun with a brick. All enemies in the game are really unfortunate on their hitboxes, so you want a bit of distance. This next enemy, I'm going to have to be on point. If I hit her first try, I have massive time save. I have 1 miss. Favorite enemy in the game? The final boss. I'm not going to say who it is, just in case any of you guys are wondering about spoilers. but the final boss is my favorite enemy in the game. And you'll see why. We're about to see it right now. So this is Gloria. And I hit Gloria. That is extremely good that I hit Gloria. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't split here. But I did hit Gloria. We're now in a hallucination state, and that was first try. So you can normally miss her depending on how you fire, because it get really wonky because now right now your character's on drugs. She fed you something that made you get all woozy and wobbly. You don't? I thought you did. Come on. Good to know. We get moths, and now we have the moths, we can go to the next area. By the way, one of the coolest scenes in the world, right here, check this out. Oh yeah, there you go, Hags found that out. You have Gloria in all her glory, and she is now a hallucination with moths. I love Gloria in general. She is the behind the Red Nun. You can tell by the music, which I love massively, like the Doctor. I love chanting. Any game that's chanting music is great. Anyway, right now we're going to be hit by Jennifer. So being hit by, do you guys run all this? Oh, gotcha, bro. No, a lot of people are memeing. Juo does run the game, a lot of people do not. Anyway, in this section, you just talk to all 3 items, and then you do a quick time event. It's a lot easier than you think. He's about to burn down the room. You do a quick time event to let yourself fall in the chain that Leroy broke earlier, and now I'm gonna... You guys ever watched the movie Man on Fire? You guys ever watched that movie? Correct, lovely agent. If you guys ever watched the movie Man on Fire, Felton's about to relive that movie. Felton is Jennifer, and that is the chick who was going for the batteries. The story of this game gets really weird when you think about it. There's a lot that goes into it, which I can explain more if you guys would like. But for right now, we're entering the finale of the game, and this is the hardest part by far. At any moment, the run can die right now, so be very careful. But we're going back to the elevator. Glorious Flames? Good question, Tell. I don't quite know. Yes, Gloria is the Red Nun. She is a part of something called the Red Nun Society, and Rosemary Reed burned down the Red Nun Society, so she has a bone to pick with us. Right now, we're going to get a few quick time events and some of the most brutal cutscenes in the game. This is not for the squeamish, as a quick warning, but we're going to do some bopping and some socking, as you'll see in a moment. Watch, here's the first one. We're going to get a little quick time event. She's grabbing us. I'm going to bop her in the head. Watch, 3, 2, 1, and... Bop. We bop her in the eye with the syringe and put something called cortisone in her eyes. Now, getting any chemical in your eye hurts, and this especially hurts. It makes you sensitive to light, which Gloria is going to become more sensitive to light as we go. You give her a quick bop in the eye, standard, and her face is also kind of melting. I want to get the crank out right now, because that's going to allow me to make my way all the way up the elevator to the attic. The attic is where the finale of the game takes place, and Gloria is the final boss. The way the boss fight works is Gloria is going to have multiple sections that are going to require me to be good on my item throws. The item throws are a very dangerous part of this game, as you notice, so I'm going to be very careful, but we'll see. Yeah, Dragoon, I'm really nailing the run right now. It's good. And another one. Go. And... Oh, wait, hold on. Is that an item? It was. Sweet. I got a brick, which is going to help me for the rest of the game. We'll be good. That brick is a safety brick. So we'll see. I'm making my turns, and now I have another bop to make. Like I mentioned, a bop and a sock. Here's the sock. And bop. Into the other eye. Both their eyes are now filled with cortisone and chemicals. But it's not over yet because Gloria is very powerful. The way she works is based on audio. So she is going to be able to detect me, and I need to be very careful in my hits here. I can move a little bit forward. Right now, I want to actually throw this at her and hit her. I might be dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I died. Wow. Hitboxes are not kind in this game, you cannot tell. Yeah, there goes the run. Hitboxes are extremely rough. Luckily, this is a forgiving checkpoint. Let's get the brick out. It's been nicer. It's not too much time lost. I am losing a bit there. Alright. Brick in the face. Now I hit her with the brick, and she'll be stopped for the rest of the time. I'm losing a bit of time there. And now we're done, and she is out. I lost maybe about 20... This was still PB, but I lost about 20 seconds there or so. I get another weapon. And now I want to go certain directions to keep my path going. Gloria's going to be chasing you, which I do not want, so be careful. There's 2 more throws in the game that are going to be mandatory. They're very careful. And yeah, I know I can still improve. It was a bit rough, but I know I'll be doing better. It's a big labyrinth, but if you know where you're going, it's pretty good. The hitboxes are really rough in this game. Like, that is something to mention. We're going to keep going. And we'll crawl. It's a forced stab. And now the next section is where I normally choke, by the way. So, Gloria is based on sound, meaning you're going to have to get a throw to distract her away from this thing. I like throwing over here, because it gets her away from me, and then I can go right here. We should be good now. I have 1 more throw for the end of the game. If I land that throw, we're home free. Alright, there's that one. And now I have a little bit more. 1 more throw. I should do a run and make it good for me. Made a mistake. Makes sense, again. Makes sense. Alright, here's the last throw. She summons once again. And you want to go a little bit more up than you think, always. Like, all your throws are much better if you just do a little bit up. You nail her with the wine bottle. She's stunned. And now we're going to double stun her with the lights. Hitting her with the lights is a requirement. And it saves me a lot of time. There we go. And this should definitely be PB. We go right. The answer is right, left, right. So I go right. That's the first path. Avoid the moths. I'm going to go left next on the next split because Gloria comes from over there. And then in the finale, I want to go right once again, right here. And then we'll be out of here, which will be good. I'm definitely getting a 36. The run's almost done. We're doing really damn good right now. Run's almost done, guys. And then once I open the door, the run will be finished. And this has been remothered. So, let's go. After the cutscene.
We were all sisters.
And done. And that's remothered. I got a 36-35. Not too shabby. I definitely enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy the run so far. I'll do another one in a brief moment here. Wait, is that really 2nd place? And that's an actual PB. Sweet. But yes, there's a lot of follow noises during that run. I really appreciate all the support. This has been Remothered. It's a really fun speedrun that's been budding in 2018. Right now, one of the coolest cutscenes in the game is going to come up. I'll explain more about all the logistics, more about talking. But first, I want you guys to enjoy the ending. You've earned it. There's the 3 parts of the ending. The first part's the best. Second part, I talk over because it's boring. But this part is the most metal thing in the world. And it's not for people who are squeamish, by the way. So do be careful. This is a very squeamish ending.
See, to know where you are hiding.
I love this ending, by the way. I love this part of the game. For a good reason. It's a horror game, after all. I mean, just because I talk the entire time doesn't mean it's not scary. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate that.
I could stretch my arm out and choke you. I can feel it.
36-35 ain't bad, though. Well, Hall of Fires, it does help her because she has the cortisone in her eyes and it's just really metal, have all that blood streaking down, which is awesome. And then she just yeets herself out the window. So the reason why you don't have to bother with the story is because all the story gets ham-fisted to you in the end of the game. So if you want to listen to the story right now, read the subtitles, but I want to just kind of go over a few things while this happens. And this is like a 10-minute dialogue, so I'm going to take this time to kind of just go, that has been Remothered, Tormented Fathers. I don't know if I can really use that as a marathon VOD. I might be able to, but there was a lot of follow noises and hype midway through. Either way, it is massively appreciated. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I lost a bit of track in the mid part there because of the hype, but that was Remothered, and I would like your guys' feedback. Maybe you guys are new here. Thank you, Nicholas. That was actually was looking for feedback. Good, bad. I like all opinions. I definitely enjoy it. Thank you again for Distortion for the raid, and thank you all for watching so far.